Namaskaram. Welcome to another interesting episode in our journey on the series Mother Earth Speaks to Corporates. Last verse also I had mentioned that the Pasaram is not giving all explicit points like we used to do in the previous verses. Each line had some explicit linkages to corporate. Last Pasaram did not have line by line link, but they were implicit. That implicit connection or the link can be taken out by using the explanations that are given by the various scholars, Purvacharyas, and other eminent people. This Pasaram also is similar, and the subsequent Pasarams also will be very, very similar. They may not have a lot of explicit connectivity. We have to infer, interpret, and then bring out some learning that we can use in our corporate life. So today Pasaram is again on Anapinnai. Last Pasaram was when she was addressed as a single person. Here she is addressed along with Lord Krishna. Kuttu Vilakariya Kottukal Kattil Mel. It starts like that. So we listen to this verse in a very melodious raga rendered by Madam Vimala Srinivasan. Then we'll get into some discussion.
குத்து விளக்கெரிய கோட்டுக்கால் கட்டில் மே குத்து விளக்கெரிய கோட்டுக்கால் கட்டில் மே மெத்தன்ற பஞ்ச சயனத்தின் மேலேறி குத்து விளக்கெரிய கோட்டுக்கால் கட்டில் மே மெத்தன்ற பஞ்ச சயனத்தின் மேலேறி கொத்தலர் பூங்குழல் நப்பினை கூகை மேல் கொத்தலர் பூங்குழல் நப்பினை கூகை மேல் வைத்து கிடந்த மலர் மார்பாவாய் திரவாய் மைத்தடம் கண்ணீனார் நீ மணாளனை மைத்தடம் கண்ணீனார் நீ மணாளனை எத்தனை போதும் துயிலேழ ஓட்டாய் காய எத்தனை ஏலோ பிரிவாத்ததில்லாயார் எத்தனை ஏலோ பிரிவாற்றகில்லாயார் தத்துவமன்று தகவேலோரா பாவாய் எத்தனை ஏலோ பிரிவாற்றகில்லாயார் தத்துவமன்று தகவேலோரா பாவாய்
As I said, it's a very melodious raga and sung excellently well by Kamala Madam. Thank you very much for that. So this raga is Sahana. This is the derivative of Harikambodi, the 20th Malagartha raga. Though this is a Sampurna raga with all the 7 notes, this is not listed in the Malagartha and it is only a derivative because of the sequence of the swaras are not as per the rule of Malagartha table. But this itself is giving some advantage to this raga. The phrases that are combined here gives a very distinct mood to this raga along with the melody, and in my opinion it fits very well with the Pasuram because the mood here also is very distinct. Now let us have a quick look at the verse or meaning of the verse. Andal and team, see Andal and team addressed Napinnai as the daughter-in-law of Nandagopa in the previous verse and tried to get an access to Lord Krishna through her, thinking that she is the closest person to Lord Krishna. But she, after some kind of a hesitation, she allowed them inside, but she did not come directly to meet them. She only gave a voice saying that you can come in. So as they go in, wondering as to why she could not come in person, they found that it is for a different reason. Lord Krishna, like a magician, he will be all over the place. Lord Krishna was preventing Napinnai from getting up from the bed as he was putting his head on the chest of Napinnai, so she could not get up and greet us. So now there's a very interesting sequence are there. So let us see what we can infer out of this. As I said, it is not explicit in every line, but implicit. I'm using the various quotes of scholars and the Purvacharyas and then try to link to this verse. The first one, Kuttu விளக்கரிய கொட்டுக்கால் கட்டில் மேல். There's a lamp there and there's a bed on which Napinnai and Lord Krishna are lying down. And that Kottukal Katil. Kottukal Katil is very special cot, bed, and it has got the 4 legs, and there are different versions of the 4 legs. Some people say it is made out of the tusk of the elephant that was conquered by Nandagopa. And there is another interesting way they look at it is the tusks of the elephant that Lord Krishna killed when he confronted Kamsa, and it also has an interpretation saying that they are the horns of the 7 bulls, Rishabhas, that Kanna conquered. But they are special legs ornated with this kind of a tusk. So it's a beautiful bed, and it's a pride for Napinnai to lie on the bed because it's a kind of a trophy that was won by her husband. So she has a possessiveness and she feels good, nice in sleeping on that bed. So from here, what the inference that we can look at is trophies are there, very coveted trophies are there. When we are wanting to win that, we'll have to put in a lot of effort. So a lot of hurdles will be there. But when we win it, it becomes a very priceless possession and makes the wife also proud and family members also proud. So that's one. That means we'll have to go after the coveted trophy in a very dedicated and serious manner so that it makes the people around us proud and happy. குத்துவிளக்கிலே கொட்டில் கட்டில் மேல் மெத்தென்ற பஞ்சசனத்தில் மேலேறி. This is another beautiful inference that we can bring. Panjasayana means, Panja means 5. There are 5 elements in the bed. So they talk of very, very soft cotton, silk, the peacock feathers, etc. etc. So, but we can look at it in two different perspectives. One is this is the 5 qualities that a person should possess. So I am converting that Tamil words into English. These 5 are broad knowledge, affable nature, cool temperament, blemishless conduct, and an executive presence. So all these things are not going to come easily, but we'll have to spend a lot of time and effort to get all these qualities. We must be wondering what is this executive presence, very beautifully demonstrated by Sri Andal and her team, specifically Andal. Executive presence means it's the ability to engage people, align them together, inspire them, and make them work, move, to act, and progress forward. This is what is the executive presence means. So when we do that, we are very visible in the organization, and people have a lot of respect for this individual. And here it is a very interesting one. Is she is initially describing, because they were not aware that Kannan is with Napinnai as they entered the palace, or when Napinnai called them in, they were not aware of Kanna being there. So she continues to address Andal the same praising manner. குத்துவிளக்கிறிய கொட்டுக்கால் கட்டில் மேல் மெத்தன்று பஞ்சசனத்தில் மேரி கொத்தலர் பூங்குழல் நப்பின்னை. That means she is describing Napinnai with all the attributes. When she says Napinnai, suddenly she sees the Krishna putting his head on the chest of Napinnai. So suddenly now she changes the audience. From Napinnai she moves to Kannan state. So Kongamel வைத்து கிடந்த மலர் மார்வா வாய் திருவாய், straight away addressing Kanna. So that means she is very, very sharp in the observation and able to change the language and the way she communicates. That means Vai Theravai. Vai Theravai means she is wanting a final word from Lord Krishna, because your word is going to make our life. It all our life is depending upon your single word that you are going to utter. So if we have to look at our corporate parlance, getting a final word is not an easy, for which you need an excellent communication skills and a strategic agility to change course whenever there is a demand that we have to do. Like Andal has demonstrated from addressing Napinnai, suddenly she moves the address to Kanna directly. Very interesting one. And the other Panchasayanam, I had mentioned that there is a set of perspectives, 2 perspectives. One we have already seen, the 5 qualities. The other 5, the Panchasayanam means in our Vaishnavite, this one, these are the 5 stages. This is beautifully described in one of the forwards, which is called the Thaniyan in Tamil, of Nammalvar's Thiruvayamozhi. I will recite that in Tamil, then I will explain what it is. மிக்க இறைநிலையம் மெய்யாம் உயிர்நிலையம் தக்கநெறியும் தடையாக்கி துக்கியலும் ஊழ்வினையும் வாழ்வினையும் ஓதும் குறிகோன் யாழினிசை வேதத்தியல். This is the, so it says, it gives the five elements that are required. So this Panchasena is equated to Artha Panchaka, which is called the five important concepts in the Vaishnava Sampradaya. It is called the Artha Panchaka Jnanam. It's a knowledge about the five concepts around life. And also the five concepts can be around the management as well. So I am going to describe a small slide that I will show you now. Just have a look at it and then I will continue. So this I had given in a picture format. So the Mikka Irenelium is the ultimate point that we would like to reach. It's a desired state. I had put it as a desire. We desire to reach a particular goal. Meyyam Uirnilayam means what is the current state that we are today from the goalpost that we are wanting to reach. Where is our stage? Takka Neriyum is what are the things that will enable me to reach the particular goalpost. When I do all those Takka means all the good acts, good habits, all those items, when I put all the enablers in place, they will take me towards the particular goalpost. But life is not all that hunky-dory. There will be hurdles. So that's what it says. Meyyamanim Takandariyam Tadayagi Tukiyalum. Tadai means hurdle. There could be a lot of hurdles, there will be a lot of stoppers, stallers. They will not allow you to proceed. So you must understand this also. So we are talking of the goal, we are talking of the enabler to reach the goal, we are talking of the current state, and we are talking of the hurdles that will prevent us, and what is the process, what is the means that it will take us towards that. So very beautifully connecting to the Pasuram, to the introductory Dhanyan of Nammalvar's Thiruvazhimozhi and the management concept. So, so this is the five concepts that we have been able to link. We talked of the tusks that were used to make the four legs of the bed. As I said, one of the thought is these are the two tusks of the elephant that Krishna killed, which is called Kuvalaya Pitam. So these two tusks are equated to the ego and arrogance, which Lord Krishna was able to annihilate and put them in place. Likewise, if we are able to take the two vice or virus, as we may call it, the ego and the arrogance, and we can scale any height, because there will be a lot of people who will be supporting us, because we don't have no ego, we have no arrogance, we have those five qualities of knowledge, having a cool temperament, approachable, affable, good contact. We are able to show that executive presence, etc., etc. So we can scale many great heights. Lastly, one of the key word is Malar Marba Vaitiravai. There are two ways of looking at it. Is it says Nappinne Kongamel Vaitikadanda Malar Baba. So some people say the flower which fell from the head of Nappinne, so it was on the chest of the Lord, so he is called the Malar Marva. The Malar also is has another meaning, that it opens up like a flower blossoms. No, Malar means blossoming. That means it's expanding. So Malar Marba. Malar Marba is Bhagavan's chest is becoming big because of the happiness. He is very happy in the company of happiness, so his chest goes up. So if you have to look at from a different perspective of our corporate view, our stupendous performance should make our mentors, make our chief very proud, and their chest will expand out of the sheer ecstasy that they will get out of the performance of their disciple, which are the people in our team. So this is another one. So Andal had addressed Napinai and suddenly changed the address to Lord Krishna and asked him to say a word. And Krishna was about to open his mouth and say something, and then Napinai gave a indication by her eyes. She gave a signal, don't do that. And this was noticed by Sri Andal, and she was very unhappy with Napini, and she said that this is not befitting your stature, and you should not have done this. And they further proceed. Now they say, okay, there is no point in talking to Napini, etc. So we'll now onwards directly talk to Lord Krishna himself. So that's how the subsequent pasurams are made out. I hope I've been able to correct a lot of things in an implicit manner, not in an explicit manner. But I have tried to use the explanations given by the various acharyas. And if there is anything as a mistake, I will take the full responsibility and seek your pardon. So I have listed the 7 points that we had been able to pick up, and the list is available. I just pass it for some time, read it, and then we can close the episode. So we'll meet again tomorrow with the next Pasuram. Till then, namaskaram.